The Tyne, the sight of it, the sound of it, the feelings it stirs. If you know the waters of Tyne, they run in your blood. What's my kind of Tyne? The Tyne rivers have played a hugely important part in my life. Many happy days have been spent fishing here. It's where I learnt to swim, for goodness sake. So I feel deeply connected to the conservation and upkeep of these absolutely beautiful, biodiverse habitats. At last, a river born millions of years ago has been given a voice. Celebrating its 20th year in 2024, the Tyne Rivers Trust is the only charity whose sole job is to look after the Tyne and the rivers that feed it. For a better river, better region, and better life for all. And what a job! From source to sea, this living river keeps changing character. From wild Tyne to country Tyne, downtown Tyne, and seagoing Tyne. Like me, everyone has their personal Tyne, depending on what they do beside it, in it, and on it. And it's very likely the Trust is helping you make the most of it. We're succeeding by tackling pollution, taking action on conservation, working with partners, schools and communities, and applying science and environmental skills. Let's see what this means for your kind of Tyne. Is yours a walker's river? What could be more stress-relieving than strolling beside this natural, ever-flowing beauty? To ease your way, we at the Trust and our supporters are stabilising banks and protecting against erosion with willow weaving and tree planting, which also provides shade for livestock. And we're vigorously combating invasive species like Himalayan balsam and Japanese knotweed. Or is yours a Tyne for fishing? In the 1960s, the river downstream was so polluted it wasn't even classed as water, with few fish caught. But with our help, today it's becoming the best salmon river in England, worth millions to the local economy. To overcome obstacles to leaping salmon and trout returning to spawn, we've designed and built fish passes like this one at Hexham Bridge. Other signs of river health are rare freshwater pearl mussels and white-clawed crayfish living in the North Tyne. Although both are endangered, projects are underway to reverse the decline. There's a lot to be learnt from the Tyne. We can actually bring the river to the river stewards of our future. This interactive model simulates the flow of water and the effect of rainfall over land. Even better, we bring the classroom to the river itself. We work with schools, encouraging children to get their wellies wet, discovering the river's tiny inhabitants, like mayfly nymphs, then watching them grow. We also make sure learning is lifelong. On community open days, we teach local people how to test the health of the river. Is yours a business Tyne? As you'd expect, at its mouth there's a thriving port for cargo, passenger and car ferries, and these days for cruise ships too. More surprisingly, the quaysides, once shunned by business, are now sought-after office locations, which is great for workforce well-being. On one of our bespoke team-building days, colleagues can engage with nature and each other in tasks like litter picking, tree planting, and removing invasive species. Maybe yours is a Tyne for action. Swimming, paddleboarding, rowing, running, sailing. Your pleasure depends a lot on water quality and flow. In bygone times, the source of the South Tyne was dominated by metal mining, and lead and tin residues still contaminate the headwaters. And in our own times, climate change impacts the Tyne extensively. We see exceptional rainfall, causing flash floods, which fills rivers with sediment. We also suffer extended high temperatures, longer periods of drought, and shifts in seasons which have a knock-on effect to life cycles and food chains. To combat the effects, we apply green engineering techniques, like coir matting and ingenious log barriers. We use natural materials to build leaky dams that slow and reduce the flow. As they grow, the trees we plant absorb and store CO2 emissions. Their shade cools the water for the wildlife, and their roots suck water from saturated agricultural land. To reduce runoff from agriculture and forestry, we're working with the farmers and landowners to provide solutions which can be as simple as ploughing along contours rather than downhill. So what is your own kind of Tyne? Relaxing, invigorating, soothing, inspiring, beautiful, romantic, exciting, challenging, Instagrammable. We're proud of the transformations we've made over the past 20 years. We can make an even bigger difference over the next 20. Whatever you love about these rivers, the Tyne Rivers Trust is with you from source to sea. For a better river, better region, and better life for all.